According to an arrest warrant, Guyger told investigators that she went to what she thought was her third-floor apartment. Instead, she went to Jean's fourth-floor apartment directly above hers. Guyger says her door was ajar and she saw a large silhouette inside. After giving verbal commands that were ignored, she fired her handgun twice, striking Botham once in the torso. It wasn't until Guyger turned on the lights and called 911 that she realized she was at the wrong apartment. Attorneys for Jean's family say 2 witnesses told them details that contradict Guyger's account.
They heard knocking down the hallway, followed by a woman's voice that they believed to be Officer Guyger saying, "Let me in, let me in."
The family's attorneys say one of the witnesses then heard gunshots followed by a man's voice.
What we believe to be the last words of both of them, Jean, which was, "Oh my God, why did you do that?"
Allison Jean wants to know what happened to her son.
I'm not satisfied that we have all the answers.
There is really no reason why a mother should have to wait until the conclusion of an investigation to know what happened to her child.
The Texas Rangers are leading this investigation while the Jean family is planning for a very large funeral.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy JTL, opposite from the norm. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. I just want to do a video on this because, like I said in my last video, one of my last videos on this situation, that I was gonna bring some receipts on what I was telling y'all. Like I was telling y'all before, I remember this last year because this clip is brought to you by the clip that I'm using is by CBS this morning. As you can see on the date, September 11th, 2018, after he was shot and killed. Like I said to y'all in a previous video, that I was going to bring some receipts on this situation. The man was in his own apartment. This officer, came and shot this man and killed him because she thought he was in the wrong apartment. She thought she was in her apartment and he was an intruder, okay? So they give her 10 years. Check this out, though. You see that they are stating that there was witnesses that heard her say, "Let me in," bamming on the door. So how do they give her 10 years and give her manslaughter when you have witness statements saying that she said, "Let me in," right? Then instead of using one of those witnesses to come to testify, they used the witness Joshua Brown. God rest his soul. I can't believe his brother got killed. And let's go off the facts. He testified, then 2 days later, all right, excuse me, I was eating good, how do you like that? So, 2 days later, he get killed. And I watched the video. If y'all want to go see, you can just look up witness Joshua Brown and what he said about the Amber Guyger witness to what happened. All he said was he met Botham Jean one time, basically, after all the time was staying there. Somebody came by, knocked on the door, and said it was noise, and he met him because he came out. And then that same day, he went to a bar and came back and heard some people arguing, but he got on the floor, the same floor in the elevator. And he said he heard 2 people arguing, and then he heard the 2 shots. So then he hauled ass, jumped on the elevator, went down to the courtyard where other neighbors was at, waited for a few minutes, then went back upstairs. He didn't see nobody. Then he went in his apartment, turned on his game. Then he just happened to go look outside the balcony and seen what everybody was doing, seen people downstairs. And then he can see or hear her come out of Botham Jean's room. And then he went and looked out the peephole and seen her walk in, and she was on the phone about this situation. So he really wasn't a real eyewitness to anything. All he's seen is everything we know. You know what I'm saying? He heard the gunshots, but he didn't hear what they were saying. That's what he said. But there was other witnesses saying they heard her saying, "Let me in," and beating on the door. Then next thing you know, I guess he opened the door and she shot him. And then he was saying, "Why would you do that?" This is what I'm talking about. They must have been dating, fooling around or something. And he might have talked to another girl, tried to cut her off. Who knows? Because they said she was also talking to another officer that she was trying to mess with that was married. So ain't no telling he was trying to cut her off because of that. He could have found out about that. or she could have found out he was messing with another girl or whatever. And then this happens. Who knows? But all I know is, the facts is, witness heard them saying this, testified to the police. And then next thing you know, they accuse Joshua Brown, and Joshua Brown gets killed 2 days later, which makes no sense because he said he manages 3 AMBMs, and he's trying to get another one in Atlanta. Oh, I'm sorry, Texas. They're in Dallas. So, and the only issues he had with the police was like a minor offense. So, and a weed charge or something like that, probably. So he gets killed 2 days later after the what you call it. So it wasn't like he was doing some drug, unless he was doing some drug cartel or whatever. We don't know. That's all the facts we know. But they didn't use the witness. And God rest that brother soul, Joshua Brown, man, because I said the brother went to school, you know what I'm saying, and got his degree in college and was trying to do some stuff, trying to play ball, and then he ended up managing, you know what I'm saying, the AMBM, like 3 different ones, to trying to get another one in Dallas. And then this crazy shit happened. So it sounds weird because he has nothing that we can say for sure what his background was and what it really ties to. It's just weird. But rest in peace, man. Anyways, gotta be some fucked up shit somebody killed for testifying. But it wasn't nothing that helped. And you can't say that even if the people that say if they wanted them to testify and they wouldn't, well, guess what? They can give court order to make them come testify on behalf of it. So I just wanted to bring that up and let y'all hear more facts that's not being talked about. I'm sorry that his brother and them did some coon shit and just running behind him and hugging this lady and the judge. Shit made me sick to my fucking stomach. This man was murdered in cold blood. They didn't bring the other witnesses in for the witness, because you see it's on the news report, CBS this morning. She was supposed to get more than 10 years. And I believe she would have got less than that or no time if it wasn't for them being scared that it's possible it might have been a riot if they didn't, because it was a lot of protesters. That's in the beginning of this video. Y'all can see it. Let me in. Witnesses dispute cop account of botham Jean shooting, attorney says. Y'all can look that up. And then y'all can see in the beginning that there's a lot of protesters. So they probably like, we got to give her some kind of time. But manslaughter? No, she broke in and she got him to open the door and brutally shot this man. This is what witnesses say. And I wanted to bring the receipts that I knew I seen this on the news report last show, a week after or something like that when it happened. I knew I did. I knew I wasn't tripping. So I want y'all to hear and know what the facts is. This is some bullshit. This lady shot and killed this man in his own motherfucking apartment. It's your boy JT, opposite from the norm, man. Y'all catch this now. Later on tonight, we doing straight to a podcast. I'm sure we're going to cover some more of this shit. We need to. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the brothers that's going to be on the panel tonight. But this your boy JT, opposite from the norm. Like, comment, share, subscribe if this is your first time watching me. You know what I'm saying? I get at y'all again.